Hey guys, thanks for joining me on tonight's stream. So tonight we'll be introducing the new feature that we have made for the next season of HBANZ. Um, Myself and Kuma have worked extremely hard on it with a lot of help from Dills as well, and we've produced something that we really like, and we hope that you guys will like it as well. The point of what we created is to hopefully generate excitement and interest for next season, maybe to get more signups, and also to give you guys something to do during the season, and make streams more popular, make people want to watch the games a bit more as well. So we hope this succeeds. So yeah, well, I'll introduce it now then. This is also known as the FING. If you've been on chat, you will hear me say that a lot. So this is what we created. HBANZ Supercoach. So basically it works pretty much like AFL Supercoach. I know some of us have played that, and if you have, you're probably a little bit excited, maybe, because it's pretty cool what we've done. If you haven't played AFL Supercoach or heard of it, no worries. It's very easy to learn for HBANZ. So I'll just get into it. I'll get into how the system goes, and I'll show a few pictures of what we've created as well, to show you guys what's upcoming next season. So this is our logo, HBANZ Supercoach, and now we'll put up the team creator page. So this is what you guys will see next season, pre-season, before the season starts. So we'll close sign-ups a week early, and then we'll have a week before round one, which is when I'll open Supercoach signups, and then this is the interface you'll see for picking your team. So pretty much you're a coach if you haven't played Supercoach before. Basically, you're a coach, and you're picking 8 players, or 8 starters, that is, and 4 substitutes, and they're players from the HBANZ League. And based on their performance in the Hacksball League, they will get a score, right? And that score will go towards your total, basically. So if you pick, say, in the second picture, this team has picked Chicken, Mario, MGK, etc. Let's say Chicken scored 100, Mario scored 100, and Master GK scored 50. Then you'll score 250 points for that week, plus whatever your other players scored, right? And you're aiming to score as much, as high as possible, obviously, but you only have $100 to do that. So players that score higher, their price will go higher, and players that score lower, their price will go lower. So you're looking for bargains. You're looking to try and get a couple of the top players as well in your team, and try and get good scores as best as you can. But yeah, that's basically you being a coach and picking a team. So I'll get into the scoring system of how we decide the scores for each game, for each player. So I'll get rid of the team creator page, and then I'll chuck up the scoring system. So this is basically our scoring system that we figured out. We wanted to make it similar to AFL Supercoach scoring. So like 100 is good score, and 50 is not that great, and 150 is amazing. So something like that. And we figured out this is the best system that suits for us. So basically we're getting these stats from the Hacksball stats tool, and they record touches, kicks, shots, passes, controls, and then we've got clean sheets, goals, assists, and own goals, which it will come from my doing the stats for the league. So this was the best system that I came up with, right? So basically, a player is, let's say a player's on the field and he touches the ball, he'll get 0.13 points. Really, that's 0.125, but it's rounded to 1.3 at the moment. If he kicks the ball, he gets 0.25 points. If he shoots it, 0.5 points, etc. And obviously, if they score a goal, they'll get 20, assist 10, whatever. So For goalkeepers, we noticed that they get quite a few less touches than offenders. So we decided to put clean sheets really high and make that a really great reward for them. So basically, if a keeper gets a clean sheet and they don't get many touches, they're still going to get at least 90 points. So they're still going to have a good game, basically. And if they're really involved and keep a clean sheet, they're going to go massive, which is like 150, which is pretty much exactly what we want. And we're saying that 4 goals is worth the value of a clean sheet. We've done some tests, quite a lot of testing on it, and we're happy with it. But we can always change it the season later if people decide that they want something different. But yeah, that's basically the scoring system. I've made a short video. It's just a 30-second average video. It's nothing special, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So I'll play that now. So this is the scoring system for the red team, Infamous, from last season, and yeah, what their scores would look like in live game. So you can see there, Dope gets a touch, 0.13 points. He kicks it, gets 0.25. A control, 0.3. Basically, a control is a wall bounce and keeping possession. So it's like a skill move. Deco to red, kick and a pass. Red up to Dope. And there you can see all the points that they get. Dope gets 20 points for a goal. Red Devil got 10 points for an assist. It just works like that. That's pretty much what we're talking about when we say scoring system. So that's what we'll be using. So when you pick your team, you obviously need to see a list of players and their stats and all that stuff. So we've created a player interface, I guess. Maybe not an interface, just a section for players that you can look at when you're picking your team. So this will be updated during the season as well. So you can see, if we go from the left, you can see they got the player and their name, their team that they're on. So Dilza, he's on the lines. He's a goalkeeper. If you see NZ kills, it'll say DPP for position. That will mean he can be picked as a goalkeeper or as a offender. And that will be updated throughout the season as well, depending on who's playing where. Then you can see their price that they're currently on. You can see their price change from the red one, the multicolored one, the red, orange, and green. That's saying their price change from last round to this round. And then the blue is basically how their price change throughout the whole season up to that point. So you can see Dilza, he's dropped 0.9 from his original starting price, and this week he dropped 0.4. It then shows his round score. So if this was round 1, he scored 98 points. I'm not sure what round. I think this might be round 9 or something, but maybe round 10. And then you got their break even. Basically what a break even is, and amazing work by Kuma to help us figure that one out. Basically, see Dilza is at $11.1 and his break even is 61. If he scores a 61 in his next league match with our Supercoach scoring, then his price will stay exactly the same. He broke even. If he scores higher than a 61, his price will go up. If he scores lower, his price will go down. That's pretty much what a break even is. And then you can see his average for the season, 109.6, which is really good. You can see his total score, which is all of his scores combined together. You can see how many games he's played and what team he is facing next round, which could help with maybe captaincy decisions or anything like that. So that's basically the players page. Now, once you pick your team pre-season, by looking at this players page and using the team creator place that I showed you before, you'll get your own team view, I guess. And this is what it will look like. So you can see here, this is my test team. On the left side is pre-season. So if we start from the top box, you can see the overall rank. So that's basically all my every week that I've coached, all the scores combined for each week. That will be and put against other coaches. That my overall rank, obviously. You can see the score for your players this week. Then you can see how much money you have left in your bank. You can see how many trades you have left. We're still figuring out the right number for that. We have 15 currently, but we might go down to 12. Not sure yet. You can see the value for your team. So that's basically the prices from all your current players put together. So you can see if you're making cash throughout the season or losing. And then obviously your weekly ranking is like your overall ranking, but just for the week. So just to see who ranked where in that week or in that round. Then we've got your name, obviously. Um, you can pick a captain for the week. And basically, your captain will get double points for their score that week. So if you pick, say, Chicken, or let's say on the right side, on the right team that we got there, Chicken scored 128. If he was the captain, you'd get an extra 128. In this case, Dope's the captain, so yeah, you got 113 from him. Then your vice captain is basically if your captain doesn't play, then you get your vice captain's score as a double score. And then moving to the goalkeepers, you can see their name, you can see the team that they're on, you can see the price, their price change for the week, their overall price change, their score, their position, their average, what team they face next, and their break even. So a lot of information, a lot of it was amazing. It just looks amazing to us. We think we did a great job with the team page. That's the same thing for offenders. Like I said, you pick 6 each, 2 of them are subs, and yeah, that's basically the team page. So yeah, your score for each week, that will be all tallied up, and that will go to the leaderboard that we'll have. This is just a leaderboard with a bunch of test players that we chose, with me, Dilza, and Kuma. And that was the total scores that we came up with. So yeah, that's the leaderboard. At the end of the season, whoever finishes first, they've won. They've won the Supercoach for that season. So that'll be a good competition there. But we do want to add a little bit more of a competition as well. We don't just want one overall leaderboard because maybe you have a few bad weeks and then what? Like you're not interested anymore. Well, we didn't want that to happen. So we decided to make leagues instead. Basically, I think currently we've got it as 8 players. This one shows 12, it looks like. But yeah, so 8 players next season in a league. Will give people an opportunity to pick who's in their league as well. So we'll actually randomize the first few leagues, but then you can also be in a second league if you want, and you can pick your own people to be in that league. So you can send me a list of 8 people, and I can put you guys in a league, and it will just automatically do your schedules and all of that. So yeah, it's all the league page all automated. This is just a glimpse of it. We'll wait till the season for you guys to see the full thing, but it's a really good creation as well. And yeah, with all these things combined, we think Supercoach is going to be really, really fun for next season. So yeah, this is our creation, HBANZ Supercoach. So get excited because it's going to be very fun. I promise you that. So yeah, I'm going to jump on Discord for a few Q&As if anyone wants to come ask a couple questions about Supercoach and how it's all going to work. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer them on stream. So stick around if you're still listening, and maybe if you have a question, ask me on Discord, or yeah, you can stick around, hear the answers. All right, I'm getting on Discord now. If anyone wants to ask questions, I know there's a few confused about how it all works, and probably want to ask about scoring system and shit like that. So if you want to jump on, I'll go to Dope Stream Room and I'll open that up.
Of course, you'd go to your stream room. Okay. Probably the first thing. Probably the biggest question is the is the clean sheet.
Yep. All right. So I had clean sheets at like 50 at first because we obviously didn't want to put it too high, and we had a look at the stats with like we did last season stats. So we've got the stats from all of last season, like Supercoach stats. We know the round scores for every player in the league from last season, and we combine the offenders and the goalkeepers together, and and the goalkeepers' averages and all of that are just so much lower, like crazy lower than offenders, and wanted to even it out a bit. And we had a look at Hacksport stats tool and all the stats that we get from the replays, and we realized goalkeepers get like a third of the touches that offenders do, maybe sometimes a half, depending on like Dilzer. He would get say 100 touches, maybe 80 to 100, but like we noticed that other players, other goalkeepers will get like even 30 to 50, and they just play it completely safe. So they need some sort of reward, and like it's not. I think people aren't really seeing that it's hard to keep a clean sheet like in a league game. And also with Murray's like 6.5 clean sheets, his average was only 105. And you look at other offenders, 13 average 129, I average 116, Moz average 111. There's like 7 people higher than Mario, yet he finished with MVP and he got 6.5 clean sheets. So we had to even it out a little bit, but it's not even like you pick that the goalkeepers and the offenders are separate as well. So you're not picking a team where you can just pick 8 offenders or 8 goalkeepers. You have to pick 4 and you have to pick 4. So the scoring can be a little separate as well. It doesn't make a big difference because everyone has to pick 4 goalkeepers, so they just have to pick the best of the bunch.
Hey, Dope.
Hey.
I have a few questions.
Yo.
Firstly, props to you and Kuma for putting that together. That's fucking amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Are you concerned that like there'll be people taking it too seriously and sort of compromising how they play, or maybe in a captain's circumstance, like say I put Juicy in my team and then I make sure to play him for the whole game, or are you going to make it so captains can't pick their own players in Supercoach and shit like that?
Yeah, we thought about it, but we want to keep it separate from league. We don't want to introduce all these like rules of who can pick who. We just want to keep it free. And if people do that, like they're just fucking retards. Cause
I feel like people are gonna. So there's gonna be a few people that autised it and just do some dodgy shit like that.
We did talk about it, me and Kuma, but ultimately, we don't want to put all these restrictions, and it's going to be too hard to manage those restrictions too, because we actually automated a lot of this stuff. I don't have too much to do, so and I think people want to know about how prices were calculated as well. So basically, we got all the scores from last season, and we got the average for each player, and then we had a formula that basically the higher the average, your price is higher, pretty much from the start of the season. And then we've got the price change formula as well. So if higher players score shit, then they're going to drop pretty heavy, and it works like that.
I had another question, but I forgot. Oh yeah, do you plan on having some sort of, I don't know, a badge or something? So if anyone who wins it gets the most total points, or you're not taking it that seriously? Like not that
yeah, we might have a Supercoach badge for the winner of the leaderboard. Obviously, we're not going to have one for every like league, custom league.
Nah, yeah.
But maybe, yeah, for the first place, we might put out a badge. Yeah.
Shout out to Modric. I have to type like this, otherwise it won't register. My laptop's a piece of shit. Anyone else want to speak? Everyone's on mute.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just having a go at. I'm just trying to have a look at trolls and like and all that, because I actually know that I split my keeping minutes last season. It was like people like you mean. I only had. No, I'm not going to say anything else concerning that, but still good to have a look at. Actually, I've got a question. What determines what determines who's a forward, who's a keeper, and will there be some people that are both?
So we have to decide that based on their sign up and what their team looks like
Yeah.
pre-season, and that's pretty much what AFL does, right? But if they get it wrong, we're gonna have, I think every 2 weeks I'll update it and I'll put them as DPP. So if I start off with Chicken as forward and then he ends up playing goalkeeper the first 4 rounds, then I'll put him as a DPP so people can trade him or move him. There are a lot of elements to like picking your team as well. You got to take in a lot of stuff to consideration, like availability and lag, and if they're going to sub, what division they're playing in, all that sort of stuff. Like Dilzer would have been an amazing pick this season because he played D2 and he's obviously going to dominate there. But next season he might be a D1 player, so and he's going to be high priced, so maybe he won't score as well.
Yeah, did you weight D1 and D2 players equally? Like, if I pick Angst, he's going to be priced like a really good D1 player because his stats are just as good as like a top D1 player in D2. If you know what I mean?
No, we just combined them when we got the prices, so it's just based on their scoring average. There's no difference
Yeah,
to
okay.
D1 or D2.
Actually, in your example, did you split the clean sheets, or was it like one clean sheet equals 80 points? That's it.
Yeah, so if you get a half clean sheet, you'll get 40 points.
Okay. I know I didn't get
Post the video so I can rep it, though.
It's still going.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to wait till the stream.
I didn't realize, yeah.
Also, I think maybe something else, like maybe you could have like a save percentage bonus or something.
A what?
For keepers.
That would require manually watching every game and doing that. We get all our stats from the stats tool, so we don't have to subjectively do shit. You know what I mean?
No, I mean like with the stats. Basically, you take X amount of shots at goal minus the because the shots are recorded, right?
Yeah.
You take the shots on goal and you subtract the and you
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
yeah.
Sometimes
that's not always a save. That's just that could be a miss.
Yeah, but
yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Well, shots are generally on target. I think we tested that in room. I think if it goes maybe just under the post, then it's on target. But
the question is who saves.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know it's the goalkeeper.
So you mentioned control in the video as well. You get points for control.
Yeah.
The stat sheet doesn't do that. So is that a manual thing? And then how is that done?
Nah, the stats has it under. It's called con.
Is that stats program completely accurate for stuff like control and all that?
Yeah.
I've never used it or looked at it.
yeah, we did have a test in a room, me and Kuma. Did all like spam battles in the corner and all this sort of shit just to see if it works. And basically, if you're having a spam battle with someone, like you and an opposition in the corner, you're not gonna really get many controls because they're intercepting as well. So you need to actually do the wall bounce and then take possession of it to get your control stat. And with touches as well, if you just go in the corner just by yourself and you spam it in the corner, you're not gonna get points for touches. It's only gonna count as one touch per time that you hit it after a player, like an opposition player touches it. If you know what I mean.
That makes sense.
I actually lost what I was.
I
Talking
have a
about-
question. How come? What was the thing that made you have to reveal it early? Besides the fact that some people knew about it, like you said, there was something
Oh,
that
yeah.
changed. That
There was 3 reasons. You said one of them on chat. Oh, the people knowing, I think. Like
there wasn't that many people that knew. Like the people that did know knew for a
You
few
said-
weeks.
Yeah,
So
Dave,
they
I
didn't say
said.
anything.
I think you said 7 people knew.
yeah. We had 7 new,
Yeah.
7 knowing, and that was half the reason, or 33% of the reason. We didn't want it to leak before we were able to release. Second one was we wanted to get opinions on fixtures for the season, right? Because with buys, it's going to be a bit difficult because since we got 2 games per weekend, if Infamous have a buy round 1 and round 7, you're gonna not want to get me for round 1 and 7. But then since it's 2 games, you can't have me for round 2 and round 8 as well. That's 4 rounds out of the whole season, which is a lot. So if we're trying to get bye weekends, then it's only going to be 2 rounds that you can't have me, 1 and 2, and then the rest.
I'd rather we prioritize Hacksballs than like making something where a team goes a whole week without playing League for the sake of Supercoach. Like I'd rather putting Supercoach aside, just every week, every round, one team has a bye. Like every week, one team has. Every week, 2 teams have a bye. That's what I'm trying to say, as opposed to
2
like
teams have 1 bye each round.
not 2 teams have one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Round, not week. Completely.
Yeah, that's why we released it early, because we want to get community opinion on the
fair
fixtures,
enough.
because some people might actually like having a bye weekend because they might actually not want to come for 1 game every week. They might want a whole week off where they can just go out and do whatever they want Sunday and then full pelt it for the rest of the season. So I just gotta find out what the consensus is on that, and then we're gonna decide for the league first, not Supercoach.
Yeah, definitely don't sacrifice the league for Supercoach.
Yeah.
Is the stream still on?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's about it. I think all the questions have been asked. But props to you and Kuma for doing all that. It's impressive.
Oh, thanks.
Probably, definitely worth the hype. I think depends how it goes, but
Yeah.
I definitely didn't expect that. I didn't expect it. Didn't cross my mind at all. And it's on the fantasy thing.
Sparks actually guessed it like when I
Did he?
first said the surprise, but he just said, "Oh, what if it's Supercoach?" But then no one really took like notice of it,
True.
and I was like, "Wow."
Sparks would probably like it.
Yeah,
When he's not here at the moment, when he comes back.
it's pretty cool. I think I think people will get a lot more interested once they see the document as well.
Oh,
'Cause
like the whole page. Yeah.
there's so much shit on there, like,
Yeah.
just a lot of like stat stuff, and it's pretty cool. And you'll see me inputting stats as well into the page, like for every round, and you'll see numbers change. And
Is it just a Google Doc or is it like a thing on the website or?
Yeah, it's Google Sheet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So when are you going to be posting the whole page?
We thought about doing it tonight, but
It's a bit early. Yeah.
yeah, it is a bit early. We might release it, I don't know, a week or two before. But yeah, probably then.
Still 5 weeks to league or to draft. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
it's a very long time away.
What was the reason for having to make it a long off season again? Is it because you said something about next off season is going to have to be even longer if you do it early or something?
Yeah.
Is that for Christmas or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't fit a second league in between the end of this one and next one. Christmas.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't have like just a Christmas break or something, like 2 weeks or 1 week or something.
I mean, we always can. I mean, we still got that option, but
Because I feel we've done that before, haven't we?
yeah, I just always remember when we had that break in MK's league and it just died straight after.
What season was that? I don't
know,
remember.
I can't remember.
Way too long ago. I think that would be. It's just one Sunday and Monday off. It depends when Sunday and Monday falls. If it's like Christmas or Boxing Day, it won't really affect the league. Let's see. Christmas is on Monday. Yeah, so you could just have Sunday the 24th and Monday the 25th.
Christmas Eve though, people usually are, right?
Huh?
People usually out Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve,
Yeah,
aren't they?
that's what I mean. That's the break you can have. Sunday 24th and Monday 25th.
Yeah, so 2 week.
And the next, then it's yeah, you're right. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You'd probably no one's gonna be playing Hexball on New Year's Eve. Yeah, nah, you're
Yeah.
probably right.
Yeah, the option would be to have the break on the 24th and the 31st and come back the 7th, I think it is.
Yeah, I feel like that's too long though. That's
Yeah.
like 3 weeks
Could be, yeah.
without a game. If it was just 1 week, it would have been alright.
Yeah.
Are you reading chat?
I just started now.
Because I'm gonna request from Mel. You might think I'm a retard if I do it.
What?
He wants me to sing some thugger.
Oh.
Sing some rap some rap. Surely close the stream, otherwise no one's gonna watch it because it's gonna be really long.
Yeah. I'll tell
Or you
him
can just
now.
edit. You can just separate it, like the bit where you're just explaining it, and then just the first questions, and then cut this out if you want. I don't know.
No, I can't be fucked. I'll just close it unless anyone else wants to ask something. FING or Shadow.
Anyone even here?
I've got other pressing matters that I need to attend to. Sorry.
Okay.
I do have a few questions actually, but yeah.
Ask another thread if you want.
Alright, I'll close. Thanks.
So yeah, thanks.